And that, my friends, is why you don't gorge yourself on chicken and rice before doing a swim lesson, kids. Yeah. Yeah, that's how we're starting the stream tonight. Had my first puker of a swim lesson. It was wonderful.
And on that note, folks, good night.
He actually did leave. Wow. Poor little girl. She didn't. So I have these twin Chinese kids. They're both 5 years old, and the brother showed up at practice tonight alone, for his swim lesson alone. And I'm like, hey, so where's your sister? He goes, oh, she's still eating dinner. I was like, okay, that's fine. So then she comes to the pool after his lesson. She hops right in. We start working, no issues. And then, so then I have her swim about I think it's about 8 feet to me. So then I'm like, okay, here, just swim on back. So then she starts swimming back, and then she kind of panics and starts to go under a little bit, which kind of happens. This girl she just stops kicking, and then she freaks out when her legs just sink right to the bottom of the pool. I'm just like, hey, you just got to keep moving your legs. You got to keep kicking, or you're going to sink every single time. So then I get her over to the stairs, and then I'm just like, hey, you okay? She just kind of looks at me and nods her head a little bit, and then all of a sudden, bleh, just this stream of gunk comes out of her mouth. I'm like, oh, crap. Get her out. Get her out. Get her out. So I hand her to her dad, and she's already put everything in the pool right where the stairs are. So then I just start scooping water and shoving it into the gutter as fast as humanly possible. So then I notified the coach, who's a kid I've trained. I've trained this kid since he was in 8th grade, and now he's a second year in college. And I'm like, hey, just to let you know, my lesson girl, she just puked here. Might want to get the kids out of this lane. He goes, okay. So he just moves all the kids out of the lane and just keeps going. There's barf chunks everywhere in the water. Oh, man, it was great. But hey, I got basically all the big stuff. I got all the big stuff out of the pool. They were only in the pool for an extra 10 minutes. And the girl definitely lurched just because she had way too much to eat. She was not sick at all. That was just
way too much to eat and was flailing around.
Yeah, yeah, way too much to eat and partially drowned, and yeah, it just all came up at once. So, nah, it was fine. I mean, seriously, pools that big have well over 1 million gallons in there, and yeah, it's designed to where each piece of water theoretically gets cycled through every 1 hour. So yeah, the pool is locked up. It's going to be cycled through all night long. It'll be perfectly fine by the morning. So anyway, so that was my evening. So how was your evening, Mr. Artemis Black? How are you tonight?
I'm doing okay. Just the whole thing I've told you about, what my dad's dealing with, just keeps
still going,
coming back to bite.
Oh, I'm sorry, man.
Well, I mean, going is the relative term.
Right.
It's basically like there's nothing he can do. He got notified today that his appeal was denied.
That's not good.
On everything that's going on, and it's just more of that. I lose just that much more faith in that portion of humanity.
Yeah.
As well as there's some other things that kind of go along with it. We had one of my teammates actually got HFR'd yesterday.
I don't know what that stands for.
Fired.
Oh. I didn't know that was what they call it.
Well, HFR'd I think is when they're fired for downsizing.
Oh, okay. Basically laid off.
I don't know. I honestly haven't looked it up to see how that actually is. That's just what my teammate messaged me when he got notified yesterday. Right. Because we were
we'll take
in the middle of work.
Right.
but it's just more of the signs that my own company is also on its way out the door. So it's like my dad's dealing with this other stuff, but it's like I don't want to bring up any of what I'm looking at either, just because like he's already having to deal with his own crap, his own stress. But yeah, as much as like I understand like how it is that people are who they are, people will always do things to get ahead and stuff. It's still so hard for me to see to make any kind of connection, or to actually like accept the fact that like something that's supposed to be inherently connected with the church is filled with such scummy, prideful, traitorous people, to the degree that they would ruin somebody's life just because they can. Like, I would just never have seen it possible before, but I've been my disillusionment for like this Utah bubble broke a long time ago. Like,
my disillusionment.
I've seen it for what it.
My disillusionment with the Utah bubble was burst when I went to Alpine High School back for a bridge breaking. Because it cracked me up, because I did it my freshman year as service hours, and so what it was the engineering department would work with local high schools, and they would send out all of these bridge kits. And then one of the main lab instructor guys, he's the guy that ran all the major equipment in all the engineering labs. He would bring this bridge breaking machine that was set up for these little bridge kits. And then he would come and run the machine, and he would test to see how much the bridges could hold. And then usually the best bridges won a prize. So yeah, going to those high schools in Utah, I'm just like, dude, these are like absolutely not any better than the California schools in terms of student body and obvious and apparent issues a lot of them are dealing with. Which made me laugh even harder. Back on my mission, we had one area in particular, Patterson, New Jersey. The Spanish ward in Patterson went from 2 fully staffed wards to 1 ward within the span of about 8 months. Because I served in that area twice, and it literally downsized to 1 ward while I was on my mission. It was ridiculous. Everyone was moving to Utah, and everyone was saying, oh, if I just go to Utah, the schools will be better. I won't have to worry about my kids. I don't have to worry about anything. If just if only we moved to Utah. I'm like, you're still gonna have problems. I mean, you don't necessarily have to worry about the gang violence too much in Utah, but in terms of high school crap, there's still a lot of crap that goes on in those high schools in Utah. So yeah, it's pretty redonk. Okay, so okay, operator, how are you tonight?
It sounds like I'm doing better than you two.
Yeah, I know. I definitely didn't think I'd be scooping puke out of a pool today. That definitely wasn't on my bingo card of what I had to do today. Okay, so on to what we're doing tonight. So I am playing Chrono Trigger, and we just got the Pendant. And what we're doing is we are making a run through 600 AD. Now, these black chests that you've come across in the game can only be opened with the pendant. Now, there's a fair amount of these that hold elemental armor. Now, these elemental armors either can be a vest or a mail. The vest absorbs 50% of the attack of whatever elemental it is, and then the mail version absorbs 100% of the attack of whatever kind it is. Now, there is a gimmick with this that actually allows you... Well, first off, you have to go in 600 AD and approach the chest, and it says the item is reacting to the pendant, and say no. And you do not remove the item from the box in 600 AD. What you do is you hit the no button, and then you travel forward in time to 1000 AD, and then you pick up the item in question. So then that gives you the male version, and then you go back to 600 AD, and then you pick up the item in 600 AD, and that gives you the vest. So you're kind of getting a 2-for-1 deal with these things. So we...
Oh my gosh, make it stop!
I know, my explanation of chests are so boring, Artemis. I understand.
Oh, that is a lot. My gosh. That's...
Are you talking about your game or what I'm talking about?
No. What you're talking about, like...
Yeah, it's pretty... It's not intuitive at all, but the payoff is huge. When you get both the mail and when you get both the mail and the vest, that gives you 2 party members with 100% resistances against a single spell. Not only that, you get to spread the love around, and you can have 3 separate party members with absorbing capabilities of elements. And that there's one fight in particular, this 100% trivializes, and it's Son of Sun. Doing this 100% trivializes Son of Sun. You'll see it probably 3 streams from now. You'll meet Son of Sun. Almost sounds like Second Son from Spy X Family.
Snipetron Vandal Receiver. So I just need the retriever for the Snipetron Vandal operator.
Mm-hmm. I'm running the mission for the receiver right now.
Okay. Are you full party?
No, I said it's friends only.
Sweet.
Because it was a spy mission last time. And I don't like running spy missions on public.
Failed to join session.
Try again.
Oh, it was just being weird. I should have changed my warframe. Oh, well.
So now, you know, there are a couple... Oh, I have to actually go and access that one. That's right.
Which forfeit? Dante? Dante's fine.
Oh, it's not spy. It's just... Sorry.
Terminate.
When you said the last one was spy, I thought... I was thinking it was still spy. I was like, gosh dang it, Dante's gonna be kind of hard to keep under control.
Well, you would just let me go into the vault and handle it.
Well, I just wouldn't use my birds.
When it's an invasion spy mission,
Chancellor.
there's only the one vault, apparently. And then you have to kill kill 50 some odd enemies.
I have never seen this before. What the heck?
Red
This is a
plate.
neat tile set.
I have never. Whoa, this is cool.
We're in space.
Phase.
So basically, that interaction with the Chancellor 1000 AD, that sets the premise for Marl's major side quest coming up at the end of the game. So at the end of this game, every character gets a major side quest that you can do before you fight Lavos, and it usually gives them their best equipment and a bunch of really, really, really solid items. Yeah, Marl's is here in the castle.
Huh, that's... Sorry, Farrell. I got a new weapon in Warframe, and
No, it's fine.
just discovered something about it. It's just like, that's really cool.
No, that's fine. You killed my mother! Get out! Don't show your face again! Don't worry, I won't! Uh-oh. Do as you please. You are not my daughter. Ooh, there is a gleam in the Chancellor's eye. Uh-oh. Oh, dear.
So interesting news from today, on a higher note than my problems. Trailer got released for the new DreamWorks movie that's going to be coming out, and I think it actually looks really good.
Which movie is it?
The Wild Robot.
Yes, I have actually seen that. Hey, Mecha, how you doing?
Like, that trailer today made me really excited for that movie. And I was already like...
DreamWorks has been really solid.
So, my opinion, and I know that there are people who would roast me alive for this opinion, but, you know, here it goes anyway. I have considered DreamWorks to be the best animation company, beating out Pixar since How to Train Your Dragon 2. When I saw How to Train Your Dragon 2, I was awestruck at the animation and considered it so much better than anything Pixar was releasing at the time. And since, I still look at like the things that they've released, like Turning Red and Toy Story 4 and things like that, and I still think How to Train Your Dragon 2 and 3 look better overall than any of those Pixar movies.
Yeah, I mean, one of the biggest things about DreamWorks is that they are actually willing to kind of go outside of the box. Where
now, I won't say it for all DreamWorks movies.
Right.
I think all of the Illumination stuff is basic. But this particular studio, the one that does the How to Train Your Dragon, the one that did the Puss in Boots, the new one, like, their animation is phenomenal. It's something completely, like, bounds better than what Disney has been putting out.
Well,
and yet,
I kind of see Illumination as making solid movies. Not necessarily the best animated movies, but in terms of an overall movie experience, I am very partial to the Minions.
The reason I say Illumination...
I like Minions.
Okay.
I like Minions.
Okay.
I like Mario. I think they are all solid movies.
Mario, I think, is kind of the outlier for me.
Right.
When it comes to the Minions stuff, I enjoy Despicable Me. I enjoy the Minions. The Minion movies are not really that great in my opinion, but they're still fun watches. Yeah. But I compare those to How to Train Your Dragon,
right,
and the newest, and that new Puss in Boots movie, and it's just like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, it doesn't compare in terms of animation quality. Yeah, no, I agree with that.
It's like when I look at that and I like rewatch those, the How to Train Your Dragon stuff, because I mean it's still my favorite set of animation movies outside of like anime ones and stuff.
Right.
And I still just am like, this looks better than what we're getting today. Like,
well, I mean, you also look at the Final Fantasy VII Advent Children movie, and it is absolutely one of the best animated movies, and it was so far ahead of its time. Oh yeah, Barry Ring, that's a good one.
And they learned a lot. Like I haven't watched it in a while, but when I first saw the Kingsglaive movie, I could see where it's like they took the things that they knew from the Advent Children and they made it better.
Right.
There's a fight with a behemoth in Kingsglaive that is just nuts. And it's really good. But it's like you take Kingsglaive in comparison to the actual like the amazement of Advent Children, and it's just like Advent Children's just better.
Yeah.
How did somebody get into our squad?
I said it to public.
Oh, okay.
I mean, my big thing with Final Fantasy 15 overall was the fact that they tried to make it a multimedia experience. I'm just like, no, you can't gatekeep bunches of actual legitimately relevant storyline between all of these different mediums. You just can't do that, man. That just kills so many things in terms of, you know, context, enjoyment, all that stuff.
What the heck was that?
Medina Village is next.
I've never seen the Lotus go bonkers like that.
It's a assassination objective for doing so many invasions against the Chrono.
Yeah. I don't even know where they were. They just died.
But yeah, no, Mecha kind of the difference between Final Fantasy 15 and Kingdom Hearts is that Kingdom Hearts made so many games across so many platforms. It's almost impossible to cohesively tie together the entire thing without like massive plot holes.
It was a sigil.
Now, Final Fantasy 15, their big issue was
I marked it if you didn't already pick it up.
Oh, I already have 34 of those now. The big problem with 15 was that they made so much of the backstory not available during the game. And the other problem was they completely left ostensibly gigantic gaping holes in the game itself and filled it in with purchased DLC. And they totally had to rewrite the ending of the game, and it was just...
And the ending is awful.
Yeah, the ending is not good. You know, there's just a lot of stuff that was wrong with Final Fantasy 15.
It makes no sense.
No.
The Final Fantasy 15 had interesting moments throughout the entire story. Like Farrell's saying, there's so many plot holes and stuff that kind of build themselves, but you can kind of get over it. But the ending, that ending is so poorly written that it's just like there is no salvaging it. Like, they retcon, or they don't retcon, but the fact that they basically make it so that you are jumping years in the future, and so you basically abandoned the entire world for ages, and yet it somehow is not completely destroyed. It makes no sense whatsoever.
Yeah, it's a hot mess. Indifference.
And you can tell that they learned a lot from how people's feedback went with 15. 16 is so good.
Yeah. I'm really...
16 was an entirely different studio.
Yeah. Yep. That too. So, I mean, I enjoyed the open world-ish exploration of 15. I kind of enjoyed playing the game, but yeah, 100%, I did not really enjoy the story of it that much. I enjoyed playing it, but I did not really enjoy the story.
Confusing as all get out in so many places. So one of the biggest parts to 15 is going and getting the regalia, right? Mm-hmm. Getting all of those floaty weapons. I never understood why that was such a big deal, because using the actual like regalia ability, I've got the complete wrong word for it, but because I know the regalia was the car.
Yeah,
whatever
it's
the thing.
The fancy weapons. Yeah, because whenever you use the stupid weapons, it drained your hit points.
Yes, it drained your hit points.
It's like, why?
And none of them were that good.
Yeah, I know.
Once you got the upgraded engine sword, there was no reason to ever even use that ability.
Yeah.
Like, the ultimate weapon ended up being just the only weapon you ever needed, which I know it's the way that most Final Fantasy games go. And then by the time you get the Ring of the Lucii, it's just like, why do I even have a weapon?
Yeah.
But it's like the Ring of the Lucii, you end up having that issue where it's like, you don't get it until the end of the game, where everything is already as confusing as all get out. And then it's even worse. It's just like...
It just runs right off the rails. Yeah.
Like, the fact that they went from versus to that, to then just completely, like, losing the plot. You could tell, like, they didn't know what they were doing by the end of it.
Yeah. I mean, so having played the Reynaudis demo, it'll be interesting how the whole game shakes out when the whole thing finally does come out. But one thing I can almost guarantee is 100% Final Fantasy 13 Versus, it is not. Like, a lot of people were saying it's kind of supposed to be Final Fantasy 13 Versus.
Well, I think the reason they were saying that is because the main character literally looks like it was just lifted from the 13 Versus.
But just the whole vibe and the atmosphere, from what little we knew about 13 Versus, it is definitely not that. 100% though, it matches the Verum Rex flair from Kingdom Hearts 3. 100%. I would say it is a Verum Rex dead ringer.
I am looking forward to Reynaudis, specifically because of the World Ends With You stuff.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
Oh my gosh.
I am very interested, because it literally drops you off in Scramble Crossing. That's the first place you start. So I'm just like,
it's like to have a World Ends With You crossover like that is just that immediately had me instantly wanting it. And then that's where it was like, oh man, is it even gonna come to the States? And the confirmation that it is, it's just like, okay, yay.
Yeah, and it sucks that I have no budget right now, because it's like I want to get Reynaudis, I want to get Metaphor Refantasio, I want to get Final Fantasy 16, but I'm like, nope, I need to be a good boy, I need to wait, because
yeah, it's gonna be my thing too.
I know. I have to wait, and I need to play the games that I already own. I need to be a good boy, and not just blow all my money. I know.
Oh, I'm with you. I mean, that's exactly with Will playing so much Persona 5 lately. It finally got me to kick back into gear to do the
final push for 3 reload. Yeah.
For 3, yeah. Which I really with the I find it so funny that it's like we've got this mentality from doing the palaces and everything to just push and get through as much of the stuff as we can. Being at the 1st of January, not actually having the final battle until the 31st of January, and already being at the end of the tower is just kind of like, okay, sure. What do I do now? I've been literally just going around trying to get all of my personas that I could use, and it's been my compendium. I've gotten to the point where Elizabeth told me it's almost done.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I'm fairly certain I've got a lot of slots still in there. Like, what? How? How did I actually do this? Like, I never even got this close in 5.
Yep.
What is Kappa?
Disruption.
Like, for what?
Star chart completion.
Oh, okay. Then I will help you. No probs. I was just trying to make sure on the benefit. We also need to run you through more Duvieri so we can get you those intrinsics. That's a lot of mastery rank to just get for free.
Yeah.
Ugh. Now I gotta remember what was in the other chest here, because I always chose the weapon for this thing. Let's see here.
So just one way, then get out?
Yeah.
Really? Are we really getting invaded already?
Are we?
I saw blinking lights. Here, let me give you a book.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Actually,
Safe
let
helm.
me give you some shield too.
Yep. We're taking the safe helm.
Oh, I'm out of energy already.
Oh, I can fix your energy problem. Just let me catch up to you.
Oh, I got some from the... The key.
Let's see here. Yeah, we'll give her. Yeah, we'll give Marl the safe helm. So basically, you have the choice between a weapon called the Swallow and a helmet called the Safe Helm. The Safe Helm reduces attacks by
Got it.
1/3.
I just don't have my combo up, so I can't kill them as quickly yet.
So but the only other thing is the Swallow, which is the weapon that you could get. The Swallow is only good for the next like dungeon and a half, and then it's useless after that. So you're better off getting the Safe Helm, which has a lot more utility. All right, that is about it. Yep, go into the future. So, so we've taken care of all of the present day and past, of the stuff. Okay, we're good. So we're taking care of all the chests that we can get there. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna be running around the future, because there's certain doors that we can open here in the future. Yeah, we'll just walk this time. We'll make short work of these guys. Guess not.
Oh, nice. Oh, the key's already been dropped. Just bringing it back. Oh, wow, another one dropped.
Yep. Oh no. It's New Loca.
But is it for Loco?
Oh, wow, that's fine. New Loke has been dealt with.
Okay.
That was a lot of Maximus.
Yeah, they sent 4 after you every time.
That one was like 8.
Oh.
There's like 8 of the those healer
Make one
infested.
more run through here.
Yeah. For people that are so intent on purity and freedom from corruption, they sure like to use the infested.
Yeah. Oh, wait, hold on, fight a frame. I don't know what those are for.
Okay.
Laser rifles at max. I should probably actually put odds on my histories.
First major door tackle. Moving on to the next one. So we did that whole backtracking thing so we can come and get that one chest. Hey, what's up, Salty? How you doing?
What one chest are you talking about?
Your wife's.
Bold.
Especially
That's
since
kind
now
of a problem.
he doesn't have one.
That's kind of a problem, Pharaoh.
See, that's why I made that joke. Because I knew I wouldn't be
I'm not
offending
laughing.
anyone.
Somebody press the not funny meme, please.
Sorry.
Buzzer.
All right. I'll buzzer myself for that. Okay, all right. I'll buzzer myself for that joke. No, in Chrono Trigger, I'm at the point where I've powered up what's called the Pendant, and there's all these little black treasure chests scattered all over the game world, and
Oh,
now,
yeah. Okay.
yeah. So that's where I'm at in the game right now. I'm just finishing up my last door.
Ooh, yes.
See, what's funny in this dome is you got everyone sitting there, and they all say, "Oh, it's like strange that door never opens," and I just open the door, and everyone's like, "Okay, whatever." No, and everyone's not like, "What the frick? How did you open that door? What's in here? Oh my gosh!"
They've had the curiosity beaten out of them.
I guess. Oh yeah, and this is where you get the gold stud, which absolutely is one of the best accessories in this entire game.
Cool.
I thought you were playing Chrono Trigger, not Ratchet and Clank.
I am playing Chrono.
I got that one.
Glad Saul got it.
I don't even play Ratchet and Clank, and even I understand that.
Dang it.
Such a good series. See, okay, you know, with all of the stuff getting ported over from PlayStation over to the PC. Wait, Ratchet and Clank did come over to the PC, didn't it?
The PS5 one, I think, did.
Yeah, the PS5 one. I don't think
That
they've
is
remade
actually-
the earlier
probably.
ones.
They need to do the early ones. They need to redo the collection.
Well, technically,
Uh-oh, here we go.
there are
It's
methods.
PS3 emulator.
Yo ho ho.
And a bummer.
Yo ho ho!
It is interesting though, because it's like they never did do like ports over for the other consoles. Like
Oh, that's true.
the PS3 versions of the games, or of the Tools of Destruction and Quest for Booty, never
Booty.
touched the PS4. Yes, Ratchet and Clank, every single one of their subtitles is a euphemism, Saul.
Up your arsenal.
Up your arsenal.
Going commando.
Oh, so like the South Park games. Got it.
Add down.
Yeah, I only have Deadlocked.
Deadlocked
Deadlocked was
is
fun.
the worst of the original three, but
It's not one of the
still
original three.
enjoyable.
It was on the
Or-
PS2, but it wasn't. Yeah, it was its own kind of spin-off.
Yeah.
It
It
had
was a
its
good
own
time. It was a
thing
good
to it.
time.
I mean, it was a good time in comparison to 1 through 3. I think it was the third. I think it was
No.
Ratchet and Clank up your arsenal, and
Ratchet and Clank Going Commando, Ratchet and Clank Up Your Arsenal.
oh, that's right, up your arsenal, and then Deadlocked. Deadlocked
Deadlocked.
is just weird because all it is basically an arena fighter.
Yes.
Although I
We
think
left- We
technically,
left him behind and he's bleeding out.
I think. Oh crap!
We failed. Well,
I think technically Deadlocked happened chronologically after Size Matters. In the
yes, like,
continuity.
I think you're correct. Size Matters is just kind of interesting because wherever it takes place in the timeline, he doesn't have his armor that he had from the second game any
Well,
longer.
we know
He
it
goes
takes
back to
place.
his normal stuff.
We know that it takes place after up your arsenal, because on Poketaru Resort, he's reading a magazine about his defeat of Nefarious.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just kind of interesting because it's like in the second game, one of the big things was that he like started getting his armor and stuff, and it's like in Size Matters he doesn't have it. That being said, also Size Matters control scheme. Holy crud! It was a
PSP game.
I know, but it was horrendous.
Okay, hold up. I gotta say something here about the game. So, this sewer thing, this sewer area is like one of the biggest joke areas of the entire game. So you have like 3 competing things that are going on right here. You have these 2 little frogs that are desperately trying to do stuff, but they're terrible at everything, so they just suck. And then you have this Sir Crawley gang down here who like allegedly tries to own the sewers, but they also really suck at everything. And then you have this room right here where it's really funny. The gimmick of this room is you're not supposed to make any sound whatsoever or it triggers attacks. So you have a cat in the first one, you have a can and a box in the second one, then you have a piece of cheese where if you touch that, a mouse squeaks and then it summons enemies. And then you have a save point here, where the save point chime brings in the enemies.
Dang it.
So it's like, this is actually a really funny segment of the game. So yeah, this segment of the game is a really good time. And then there's like this little secret passage here. Yeah, this part of the game is really fun. Then you sneak around there, go down through here, and then you get these little frog guys again. You just have to press the switch, man. So switch it on already.
This does make me think. I'm looking forward to when you finally get the chance to play Rebirth, just because of the frog part.
Wait, Rebirth?
Final Fantasy Rebirth.
Oh, right. Someone's coming. Let's scram. Oh, yeah, and that's another game that I want to obtain and play.
Of course.
Even though I can't play that one yet.
Seriously? How far back are you?
So he got hit by a lightning trap, and then...
It's probably got him the last time, too. And his health is gone again.
Just let him come through here. They'll be chopped liver, pulverized. Won't even know what to call them when they're done. Gah-ha-ha! Hee-hee-hee! Har-har-har! Ah-ha-ha! Hee-hee-hee! Huh? Uh-oh.
Interestingly, the hostages can bullet jump. I did not know that.
I'll mash you good. Then you just totally murder this guy. And he's already dead. That's the other thing I hate about this version. They totally screwed up the sound effect when enemies are disappearing slow like that. So that's the other funny thing about the Crawley fight, is that it's supposed to be like this big boss, but it's just like a normal enemy. And it's really funny. We got these jerk egg boys.
Like Batman punching the electrocutioner in the face.
Yeah, pretty much.
There's another game I need to go back and actually like play through. Not Arkham Asylum, I'll play through that one, but Arkham City and the others.
I haven't played any of the newer Batman games.
I would at least play Asylum if you had access to it.
I think I do.
That was a phenomenally good time. And on top of it, that is one of the best portrayals of actually like powerful Batman I've ever seen. Up until the Joker fight. Joker fight at the end sucks.
Yeah, the Joker fight was a little disappointing. I mean, it wasn't bad though. It was like it was an okay ending,
No,
but yeah.
Disappointing is the right word for it.
But it wasn't
also, like the biggest thing about it is just that it makes no sense for that to be the direction they decided to go. You could kind of tell with the subsequent entries that they kind of had to strain to figure out how to get what they made the ending to fit with the rest. And to their credit, they did a good job at that. They really did actually come up with a really good way to make it all fit. Until Arkham died, which I think is where everyone is kind of like, yeah, you guys didn't do a great job on this one.
Okay, so what we're doing right now in this part is we're kind of reading the notes of, I think it's Balthazar. No, the Guru of Reason. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. I know it just showed it on the screen, but I totally forgot it. But basically, you're learning of his fate, and you don't 100% know everything that happened to the three gurus, Balthazar, the man at the end of time, and then the Guru of Reason, who wound up here ultimately. So you're now just learning what happened to him right now. So basically, you're learning about the origin of Lavos, the final of Lavos, and how you are supposed to finally stop Lavos. The Wings of Time. Oh,
I'm
yeah.
sorry. There's a Dorkly skit about winning Chrono Trigger.
Oh dear.
It's just like
We can neither confirm nor deny. No.
Well, it's funny because it's like it goes through and it's like shows them defeating Lavos and everything. And it's like, yeah, you've saved the future. Now let's go to let's go back to 1999.
Yeah.
Or was that the year? They're like, let's go back to 1999 and see how well we fixed the world. And they go to 1999 and see like all of the like boy bands and the 90s style and everything, and they feel absolutely horrendous about having saved the world at that point because it doesn't look like that great of an era.
90s was the best decade. You shut your filthy mouth.
90s great. No, I love the 90s.
90s was better than today.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
Yes. But the 80s, though.
80s were weird. That was the 70s
No.
hangover.
80s was. I'm sorry. I'm more for 80s is better than 90s. That's just me. That's just me.
What I'll take from the 80s that I would definitely say I'm more than happy that we got it was the music. Music from the 80s is.
Music of the 80s is the best. Yes.
My
grandpa would say otherwise, but music in the 80s was the best.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, I have a combination of loving music from both the 80s and the 90s. I tried
to name the Epic the toilet, but I couldn't get the final T, so now it's the toilet.
Oh crap.
Board the toilet. Take off.
Bring forth the toy Chevrolet. No.
Yeah, technically you're supposed to go to antiquity.
Yeah. I had that coming.
Oh, we'll get. We'll go and save. Let me think. I don't think there's Yeah!
Come on, sniper buddy. You got this, bro.
Chrono hops in this machine and automatically knows how to do everything. how that just works. We're all right, aren't we?
Oh, headshot! Let's go!
The toilet is capable of this?
Beware, Saul, there's a headshot coming your way now that you stated it.
Chrono, son of Bulma.
Nope. I cloaked this time. I learned my lesson the last time.
That one of the notes you need.
Yeah, it's the next one on the. It's just there's this
I cloaked before
chain of
somebody
3 on the main line.
I learned my lesson.
Alright. Oh, cool.
And he must be working on the same thing.
Yeah, they must be node completion too.
Oh, victory! We did it!
Ow.
Yay! More cool stuff for my sniper.
Necessary auto breach.
Wow, this is a huge boost.
Yes!
Operator, I feel like we stand out here.
Why?
Hey, we're with Master Rank 5. We're 13 and 17.
I got a new helmet. I got a new helmet.
Congratulations, Helldiver. Wait, hold on.
You sick man. Don't kid.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's not helmets, it's capes. That's right.
Oh. Let's not discuss that game right now, shall we? It just hurts too much.
Yeah. I mean, my whole thing with Helldivers is just that, like, it held my interest for a while, and then it didn't. It's just, it really was one of those things where it's like, it was fun while it lasted, but then it's like, there was just so many other things that I'd rather play that came out right after it.
Well, yeah, the thing about Helldivers, for the longevity of the game, like, yeah, you have to have a group of people to play with all the time. Otherwise,
Agreed.
Yeah, it's not fun. Or it could lose its fun really quickly.
Well, on top of having people to play with, you need to have people who will play with you on the higher levels.
Oh, yeah.
Otherwise, it's like farming samples. Just never
or
happened.
in my case, or level 9 carry? Yes, please. Let's see. Like,
I got through and got to 9. I would have my level 10, but
no, that's all right.
Yeah, Mecha does not regret buying Helldivers 2.
Oh, good.
I mean, I don't regret it.
I don't regret Salty gifting me Helldivers 2.
Mecha says he regretted it.
Oh, did I gift that to you?
You did. You just threw it in my inbox and said we're playing this, and I said okay.
And we did play.
Oh my gosh, has it been that long?
Yeah, I know.
Man. Yeah, we did play it. It was fun,
Yeah.
right? Because you had a group of friends to do it with, and it was it was cool.
Yes,
The
there was
issue we ran
no way I
into
could
was
have done
that
those on my
Fairwell was
own.
not willing to do the grind.
Nope. Nope. Not willing to do the grind. That is an
I
absolute.
remember
We
because
should go
that's about
back.
the time.
We should.
That's about the
We
same
should play
time
that
he,
again sometime.
That was about the same time that he gave up on the grind of Monster Hunter too.
Uh-huh. Guilty as
There's something
charged.
to be said for that. Something to be said for that.
Yeah, I don't like grinds that involve a high level of skill.
Oh, do you want a game that doesn't have a grind, but it's really cool and it only takes you 5 hours?
Space Marine?
Yeah, the original one.
Oh, the original.
gonna say, I feel like I'm about to be set up.
Yes, you are. I found your new gift.
You're on
buddy.
stream. Of course you are.
Yeah, that's true. All right, I am not mentally prepared to do Mount Woe tonight. We will save Mount Woe from when I get back, because that is legitimately like a 20+ minute time commitment.
Well, way to stay on your high horse.
I'm starting to get pretty tired, so I am just not. I'm not wanting to do that climb plus the Gygas fight. I just don't want to do that right now. So anyway, so with that, we'll call it there for the night. So that's gonna close out Chrono Trigger for the week. Definitely, we're on the right path. We're making pretty good time through it. Getting the epic plus the whole pendant grind, that was good. So tomorrow we'll be back in we'll be back on Dragon's Dogma. Excuse me. Yeah, like I said, I'm getting tired. Gonna be back on Dragon's Dogma tomorrow, and then we'll be rolling our tomorrow's Wednesday. So we'll be rolling our Rando Saturday game on Wednesday, so then I can play it on Thursday night. So tomorrow night will be the only Dragon's Dogma night. We're gonna be doing running the big old area underneath the city. That's what we're going to be doing tomorrow. So if you want to see that, be here somewhere around 9 o'clock Pacific time. And tomorrow morning, I will be back out here again on the bike. We're going to do a short, punchy workout, high interval, lots of power, not a lot of minutes on the bike. Basically just getting my legs moving really, really fast, so I can hopefully do really well this weekend at my race. So thank you very much, Artemis, Salty, and Operator, for hanging out in voice chat tonight.
Happy to be here.
So with that, my friends, we're gonna get out of here. So until later, good night, Isaiah Norris. Wherever you are.
Wherever you are.
Good night, everyone.
Hi,
Good night.
Norris.